Let's get ready together while I tell you how I met my husband. We started dating in 2019. This is really cliche, but he DM'd me and then we started talking over DM for a little bit, but he wasn't that good at responding. Then he asked for my number and we started texting. He was the worst texter ever. So every time we text, he would take 2 or 3 days to respond. And at some point I was over it, so I didn't really want to text anymore. Then one day he was like, hey, I'm going camping with my friends for a couple days. I won't have any service, but I would love to hop on a phone call when I'm back because I feel like we're not connecting over text. So then I'm like, okay, great, just give me a call when you're back. And he texted me when he was back. So that night I was like, let me just call him. Also, we had a pretty big time difference because he lived in LA and I lived in Germany. I give him a call, he picks up, and we were on the phone for 7 hours straight. I did not sleep that night because it was nighttime for me, daytime for him. And it was the best phone call I've ever had. We would be on phone calls every night for multiple hours. So then one day I get a call from my agent telling me that I'm on option to walk a show in Milan. And my gut feeling was just telling me that I already booked it. So on the phone call, I just said to Lucky, hey, I'm gonna be in Milan next week, so I might not, be quick to text back or whatever. And then he was like, wait, I'm going to Milan too. What are you doing? And mind you, we hadn't met in person yet, but we'd been talking for almost a month straight now. So then he tells me that he's gonna attend the show that I'm supposed to be walking in. The flight to Milan, my stomach feels queasy. I just feel so nervous. And he texts me to come by his hotel to just chat before I have to go to this fitting for the show. So then I go, I'm just pacing the hallway outside of his hotel room for 20 minutes straight, just being so nervous. And then he opens the door. We were both sweating, so nervous, didn't know what to do. But then after that, it felt so comfortable. So then after the fitting for the show, it took a lot longer than I thought. I was there for like 5 or 6 hours. Lucky texts me and says, hey, are you hungry? Do you want to grab dinner? Obviously I hadn't eaten in hours, so I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So we go to this cute little Italian restaurant eating pizza. It was really romantic. That day he asked me to be his girlfriend. So then after this Milan trip, I fly back home to Germany. And then I knew that he was going to Paris after for a couple of shows and stayed with him for the time he was out there because I knew he was gonna go back to LA after. After we spent time in Paris, I knew I was going to Australia for 3 months. So I tell him and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna come out and visit you. While I was in Australia, it kind of seemed like he wasn't gonna get a flight out because of all the work he was doing and having a daughter, obviously. But then he came to visit me in Australia and stayed for a week. And while he was out in Australia, we went ring shopping just for fun. He had to fly back to LA. So then my stay in Australia came to an end and it was November. And Lucky was coming to Germany to spend Christmas with me and my family and meeting them for the first time as well. So then he comes out, stays for a few days, and then we were both heading back to LA to spend some time together. Then we land in LA, meet his parents a few days later. And then 3 days after I landed, he was like, let's go to the beach and just spend the day there with my family and everyone. And I was like, sure, let's do it. Little did I know that he was gonna propose to me that day. And we were like, let's just get married. So it was February, 6 months after we started dating, and we just rented out this house by the beach and got married with our families. My siblings didn't come out, but my parents did. It was literally a month before COVID hit, so I'm so glad that they could make it out to our wedding. And then 9 months later, we had our daughter. And then here we are, 3 years later, having 2 babies, and Gravity's going to school, and we're about to celebrate our 3rd wedding anniversary.